So we're here at Small Cells World Summit in London, and joining me is Frode Støldal from Telenor. Frode, good to see you. Obviously, small cells the big talking point, obviously, of the days ahead. I was interested if you could tell me a bit about what Telenor are doing with small cells and what sorts of products are you deploying?
That's a good question. Let's first start with the customer. What we are seeing in Norway today is, just a fantastic demand for connectivity and data. So what do we use small cell for is basically for really solving indoor coverage challenges. So it could be either at complex stadiums, complex arenas, use kind of areas like we are standing here now, to kind of solve connectivity issues. So that's what we are mainly focusing on these days.
Mm-hmm. So what sorts of products are Telenor using then with your customers?
Well, we started with femtocells. What we found quite early, and this is like 3-4 years ago, we saw that the femtocells was not integrating very well enough with our macro network. So we then have started to piloting and moving into small cells, which is aligning with the macro, and also lamp sites. One of our current most interesting value propositions is that we are looking at building fiber to the enterprise market, and then combining that with our lamp site solution, which then kind of builds small cells connectivity to the same building as we have built fiber to, and then on top of that we can look into several kind of cloud solutions. That is a very, very end-to-end solution for the enterprise markets, which we are now trying to test out.
On stage talking about some of the challenges that face operators in deploying small cells. What do you think of the biggest challenges facing Telenor?
Well, the main challenges that we see today is basically when it comes to the total cost of ownership. Mm-hmm. So, number one, the cost to the equipment. The second part is the cost of backhaul. Building backhaul to small cells is extremely costly. Mm-hmm. And third part is basically the site acquisition, and number four is power. Mm-hmm. So what we are really trying to do is how can we solve this to be as efficient as possible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what are you doing to try and overcome these challenges, because they're quite diverse, aren't they? Well, we are working together with our macro vendor and our partners. We are working together with our field services. We are working together with customers to see how can we find as innovative solutions as possible. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And one of the big trends in the vendor space is the concept of small cells as a service. What do you think? Is this an attractive proposition?
Yeah, I think it's still early days. But what I also said on the stage, and I find quite interesting, is a data point and an analysis coming out from Gartner showing that 25% of all smart device traffic will be over small cells. Mm-hmm. And as you know, that we are really trying to transform our business model from being voice-centric to being data-centric. And we want to kind of keep that traffic as much as we can into our network, because that's what we are monetizing,
sure.
Monetizing, right? So in that perspective, I think small cells can be a very interesting kind of a value prop, mm-hmm. because it helps the operator to keep control over the traffic, and it also solves a customer challenge.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Frode, thanks very much for your time.